Hi, this video is to show you how to enter and rate students using skills and competencies. The first thing you're going to want to do is get into Slate and go to Tools and Task Dashboard. You will then choose your class, and I'm going to use my demo class for this. You can see I have my demo student in here and I have some assignments. Quick reminder, green means not due yet, check mark in blue means completed, and yellow means revision, and red means it's past due. So what we are going to do is create an assignment that is a skills-based assignment, but also a competency-based assignment. So the first thing you need to do is give it a proper title. So I'm going to call this one drafting. You have to say whether it's rateable or supporting. A rateable task should only be used if you have competencies. These are not for skills. And then say what the actual task is. You can use a subtask if that's how you set up your gradebook. The due date, I'm going to choose the 15th. Your expiration date, don't forget this is the date you do not want it to show up anymore for parents and students when they get the message about assignments. You have to choose a student to assign it to. I only have one student, so I'm clicking all students. And then you have to choose your standards. Now the skills show up in the competency area as well. So the first one I'm doing is a robotics one. It's under drafting. Then I'm also going to enter a science one. If you have a link for where the assignment is given, whether that's a web page or Google Classroom or somewhere else, you can add a link here and the students will be able to get to it through the dashboard. And then the last thing you need to do is hit Save Task. And you can see it showed up down here, Drafting RT Training 2. When you go in here to rate it now, so the students have had time to do this assignment, and now it's going to be rated. First thing you should notice is that this one, robotics, is in blue, and that the science is in orange. So this student is in their second portfolio. You can rate by just simply sliding. And that goes for the above too. You get to the M's by clicking on the NA and then clicking on M. So I'm going to give this a rating. When you are done, do not forget to click complete, and then you have to go save the assignment. So that's the process. But what does that all really mean? So let me pull up another page here. All of these documents can be found on the CBE website, which is linked to the district website. So first of all, for skills are different than competencies. The competencies you are going to rate using the continuum. The continuum are found under competencies and documents. Here's the science one. I believe I put 1.1, so I would go to 1.1. And I would actually look at the continuum to rate that student based upon what's here, and how to do that's in another video. For the skills, however, you're going to use the skills-based rubric. And remember that the robotics was put into blue. All skills, if they're not competency graduation requirements, are put in the blue. You do not need to worry about what grade a student is. The system will figure out what score should go with a student based upon their grade level so they get the appropriate grade. You just need to decide whether they scored a 9, which is approaching a 10, 11, or a 12 to get their grades. This follows the blue rubric in the sense that the 10, 11, 12 here are your A, B, and C. So that said, how do students get a grade when you are going through this process of rating them? Everything that you rate, whether it's NGE, science, robotics, it doesn't matter. They all get averaged together. That average is calculated as a progressive average. And a quick reminder, if it's in the blue, using the blue rubric for skills, and you want to give a ninth grader an A, it's going to figure out what that number should be based upon the blue score you put in. Only use the scores on the rubric for the skills-based assessment. It's a progressive average. That means that it's higher in weighting towards the end when you do things than it is at the beginning of the school year when you do things. It's not drastic. It just gives them a nod for improvement. The grading is assigned by average score according to the student's grade level. So if I am a ninth grader, and this is the first time I've ever seen this science competencies, it's going to grade me accordingly based upon what a ninth grader is expected to do versus a 10th or 11th grader. Do not forget that the competencies are rated using the continuum. You should not look at the scores and say, I think the student should get a B, so I'm going to give them this score. You look at the descriptors. By the descriptors, you decide what they are able to do and what they are not able to do. And then you assign them that number. And that's going to give them an opportunity for growth as well. Once you're done, you go through the process that we just went through of entering it into your task dashboard, and the students will see what you've done. So I hope this was helpful, and you have a great day.